Evening gamers, let's talk about Aphex Twin. It's 19608. The Irish Leprechaun Society's Grasping Island. Some traditional commonplace of the nation is chillin', billin' with those twins Mama Aphex has. One of them got named SD pseudo time search plus E plus 3 cyber, so he kills him and is credited with the honorable name. Cue the modest upbringing of one Richard D. Twin. His shifty weekends were spent getting I hope your parents won't kick your ass for this great. Going to acid techno parties to get high from the mole in the corner, and having ferrets secretly pilot him in all his choices. They command him. They want to twiddle some nubs. Nubs that make yells of mechanical fear. Also known as simplies. He and everyone like him, so he gets obesity disc spinner privilege at the said parties he goes. This goes a promising while. I am spinning overweight CDs for many moons now, watching everybody farm potatoes as a dance move, and painting Irish flags via projector vomit with total glee. But a day and then night once. Hi, you see, I'm doing this a record label named Mighty4 Studios, specifically for a pack of funk. Like, it's making some money, but how high are you on that wall? Well, you're higher than me. Please help. I mean, the tracks you made, and you played really edit to everyone overdosing at the drop. Do you wanna release an EP on my label? I really drank all the piss on the bathroom to prevent someone from slipping on it. The toilet was the worst. Label! Oh, really? Sir, there's some community service you gotta do. Oh, alright. So here come the Twinsman's Knick-Knock Punchy Skank the First. One of many humble collections of jammers to make you do this expression. Well, that, but with meth spots. One spot getting the whole EP featured on Kiss FM. It'll lead to a hand to success after an RNS executive tuned it to set the spirit to store 900 pounds of crack so the police won't charge him. So Aphex, imitating our god, leaves Mighty4 selections for the mightier RNS records. And if this is not bad news for the bolter drinkers of Ireland, enjoy an avalanche of new EPs with songs such as Fat Dead, Pyongyang P, Alien Fame Farts, and Digital Good That Do, all from Reflex Records. But one fateful day, 92, the two agreed to take the albumic plunge. After a night of thinking from Witch's pile of junk, carefully avoiding his porno she did, they assembled the most influential dance record of all. Injected Galleon Clerks, 300 BC 92. Say, you ever get so frustrated you order a pizza out of sheer anger? I tried it from you, it sucks ass. I personally enjoy these musical entrancements while thinking of how my life is going to be affordable after the robot uprising. Chillin' and billin'. Of course, no 4-star record is ever the same for the whole run. Vi is a slinky, speaky little bugger. I love the vibes quite. And if you're sleeping pretty nicely and then suddenly begin hearing this getting closer at midnight, run away as fast as possible. Basically, this album's big baller, real pleasant, does the quality, the experimental. Can't have sex with my mom, but you can't really expect that from the thing that was really not built as an album. Thus I score it ostrich. Everybody loved it up. The bold idea of dance music you can't projectile vomit to worked out so good. This excited Mr. Twin so irresistibly much that he, with a Dice Man, Polygon Window, Bradley Strider, and user 1808197 tours on the dwarf mountains of America. The life is positive. But one day, while walking to the Califeric Caverns, an area known for butt fucking and microwaves. Actually, the pornos I mean were just wiggle without my pants, and it's flaccid the whole time. More of the same! I found that you can broadcast yourself to the entire apartment without my pants too! By the way, is that music coming from here? Brian Eno's just playing his new stuff upstairs. There's like enough people to fill up Hawaii. I just like Ambient. Well, oh no, he's not playing. Richard later made a far better ambient record than his and then put it on the label he's at. Elected Champion Works, Volume 2nd. I still hate the year too, but but I still like it. If someone was an optimistic and awesome utopia land, Satu is like going into a subway and finding a drug trade. In other words, they blocked off the 808, so now a bloopy, soupy noise is going for depression. The result? The J album in reverse. 4? Buddy, you ain't fucking ready for 5. I also especially like that track where Aphex Twin has sex with a Transformers in the end. Wow, you didn't listen. Go on, listen to all of it, you absolute ice cream. Thus, I score it. Taquito. And thus, after he boned an LSD hallucination, witnessed a flying car total Bradley and survived Will Smith, Aphie Boy would take a neat little nap touring for like 2.5 years. The life was nice. When one day, small little Mr. Valve would give him a call to make a soundtrack for their upcoming title, Vocally Deficient Alien Fuckery, and deal him a shoe collection for it all. Aphex would respond by dunking in a tub full of ferret blood and turning into a ferret man, and Valve happily accepted him as a composer. 3 months later, as the game was some bug fixes away from completion, hey Witcher, we couldn't actually get the exotic collection of shoes you wanted, so we got you a couple $1,000 in a coupon to H&M's, like that? Ape would then melt down the HQ with his new EP because the game gets released in 1998 actually. You care, so I care! Look at that winning smile. Talk about unappreciated. Before this, Saw 1 was looked at like brain crack. Like how people found radiation and never found you were supposed to craft them into magic wands. But now it's more avant-garde brain cigarettes. Tracks like Alberto Baumsalm are the reason why abandoned Soviet power plants always host the best parties. And Come On You Socks sounds exactly like this thing some internet loser made. I bet he makes YouTube videos and it's not cool and uses part of the Adobe software. But long story short, if you bump this at 10 PM and your sleep paralysis demon does the Macarena to this, you've got some chick magnet sleep paralysis, my dude. Plus I scored cigarette pack. And so, we're certainly getting a following by furries and having knob-twirling sleepovers with his buddy. He'd keep maxing his beat-making skills and minning his handle on the English language. But one time, while recording an EP, he'd ask, are these enough notes? No, I need to go touring with teddy bears. Too much sexual tension. None of chocolate breast milk. Nice remix. This directly led to Aphie's brand new upgrade to his label, Reflex Records / Computer Breaking & Co. Going coast to coast, smashing the most around Europe and taking place in everyone's cash flow. Especially the Smurf Society is a part to make Europe more enlightened. And after a road trip in the whimsical testicle explosion fairyland, Richard would be enthusiastic to put all his new stuff to CD. That one saw me. The Richard P. Wayne Humble, All Hail Smurf Society. This album is kind of like a rage album for aliens. If your ears can easily process 216,000 notes speedrunning in and out of your head and you dance like the Club Penguin, this might fuel you for a damn while. Me? Well, personally, I think it's a bit mushy, like a girl-boy song. Bit repetitive, he's doing much better on drugs, and out of all projects, it requires you to do the most drugs. But at the end of the day, Smurf Society is the way to go, and I should totally trust this man on the cover. Plus I scored Garfield Lasagna World Tour on GameCube. Anyways, you can tell Aphex is having a really goody time as a human being and isn't bearing other people's goody time as he should. Hey Richard, wanna summon demons with me? Yeah, okay. Hey Richard, you ready to teach Satan how to make some quality IGM? Yeah, I've got about 2 years of experience twiddling knobs. I can do this with my eyes closed. Well, that's just rude. Did you mean? Well, look here. More cookie fingers waiting for my... Holy shit, a man ferret! Hey, Satan, it's your boy. I got a call from more. They say if you don't make it from an EP, they're stealing your lunch money. Yeah, I'm seeing... Wow, pause. A man ferret? Isn't the only natural predator to humanity? pistol or gun? Look, bub, I hand you my mixtape, you hand me your DNA test, okay? Whoa, we didn't really expect this turn of events. We gladly accept your deal. Yeah, dog, great thing. Yeah, thanks, Sane. Fuck it, I'll just fish for some good speed rides for an hour. And thus, from now on, every EP that I've heard from now on shall get a little section. Become your laddie. It's my favorite EP because it's got how I hug and greet my grandma when I go to her house. But aside from the second best track to beat the homeless in the shins, next to the Wiggles with chugga vehicular manslaughter, the rest of the EP is a darn sweet and tidy unit. Film. Yeah, I said it was so atrocious that I made us change universes somehow yesterday. Don't worry about it. It's which the most wholesome tracks, and it makes me want to go bring my granddad a hug at the retirement home before the shuffle brings me back to the first track and I brutally strangle him before I rush straight into the gun shop just in time to play Eats Us, and I quietly to realize what's going on, and then shuffle to the block soundtrack, and I was told by my lawyer not to talk further, but so thus I score it. White spray can. And so, satisfied with his life as the grand champ narc-thriller of Europe, everybody would take a roundabout trip around Hollywood. The road was pretty long, so he takes a sip from the segregated money fountain and catches a cocaine addiction. So he's rushed to the hospital as fast as ever. He had forgotten his homeless people clothes over the outside, and the doc pinpointed the addiction in his tits. They run for the options. They can forcibly pull them off and fill them with tuna. They can completely chop off the tits and throw balloons on them. Or quote a 3-hour documentary where he talks about how he loves kicking dogs. Which was how men figures became the universal beauty standard of Hollywood, with the documentary becoming a classic among the wizard community. Now that's done with, says the doc. Now let's see how we can fix this addiction. But then, Polygon Window busted in through the doors and delivered the exact thing which could cure Mr. Twins from all of this. A hug. And so, jumping back straight to Cali with proper attire, he goes out to record a normal day in the life of Richie, which is perfect for his next hot EP coming out, Himbo Flicker. You see, if first and for bipedal animals makes you a furry, and if humans are bipedal and animal, so you approach Donald Trump, how does this connect to crime? Again there! Anyways, Window Liquor, the track is catchier than the plague, stickier than cancer, and by golly are we it's carrying rats. But don't put over only this track's wobbly artsy utopia atmosphere, because this reprehensible Bugatron, with these graceful grouses go around together like my little brother, and 30 tons of concrete to make this EP the best EP to play on PE while watching ET or peeing. Thus I scored heterosexual drum sets. And so as Twitchy will pick up his career usurping more weirdo facets of society, he entered what I like to call, no thanks, I got my gravy era, consisting mostly of shenanigans, leading to excellent rehab, involving his computer smashing big snatch into the production team of Fallout 76, and turning around with his brand new prepared piano. Think of it like the Los Angeles police station. If you give it $50, it's an active for it. Isn't it neat? Well, Richard got some fancy things from it later in the month, performing in a bar for working class 1800s rats, right before being invaded by 100 Mark Zuckerbergs so to protect their users' data. So they evolution a mammoth in 20 seconds to heal them on not being whatever every time traveler wants them to show them. But due to their bad sense of time, they confuse it for an Instagram model. Blow up, and the Mark Zuckerbergs turn into more mammoths, so they play competitive Smash Bros. Melee to decide who can dock Richard. So he immediately makes 200 songs in 2 days to distract everyone for it, and then I run out of ideas. Drugs! I've got prescription drugs. As in, I've listened to half of his record and declare my brain is just too small for this. Drug use is the chaotic evil of electronica. The quality of the tracks flip like it's got bipolar. The track listing is as coherent as your Spotify playlist, and the names of all these tracks were typed by Sylvester Stallone. It's like Abe's first SoundCloud dump, but at the very least you can put them in 2 genres. The most destructive audio flashbang to ever grate your eardrums, and the breakcore pieces. April 14th is such a complex song, worthy of being his most streamed song. Also, I scored. I was not ready for 5. But unfortunately, drugs was not seen as the pinnacle of humanity it clearly was, with reviewers claiming it was addictive and will ruin your life if you use it too much. But Aphex Twin had some important stuff to catch up with, as Polygon Window would retire and pursue an acting career and play as Cap Jack Sparrow, and Mary Amber Heard Diceman will become a good fortune teller / member of the New World Order. And Aphex got hunted by his alternate dimension cyborg twin in the Bahamas. And now, after countless years of chasing you, you shall pay for your crimes! You're kind of taking that CSGO match pretty seriously, my man. Shut up! My lawyer is telling me to do this! Hey God! Well, you know, I got about 4 hours worth of crucial EPs to release on a schedule. So could you give my bloodline a curse, thanks? You know, now that I'm in it, I can fix that if you want. Yeah, sure, you're not gonna think it was real smart if you have to warn your precious friend of yours. That's what she said. Dumb. Michael, that was the worst opening you got chose. You're this close to me firing you. Come on, man, you get it. Needs more funding for me to complete it. As in, we need more crack. Yeah, wait. Oh. Richard will leave his precious UK to the only place no one could ever think of searching, Scotland. Thanks to his high school scars classes and plenty of hours making demoing, he blended seamlessly, thinking as Kurt Cobain, thinking as Jack Hill. Down plus the Highlands, where Aphex will be taking his well-needed 12-year-long nap career-wise. He'd go get a wife, he'd go have some kids, he'd go on a fucking tank. You know, the life. But one day, whilst chilling around in the tank racing tournament, watching his repairman pick off all the dead geese from the tracks. Where's the... Oh, man. Jack Hill in the flesh? Is that the guy behind that weed convention? Oh, wait, is it the dog from the Attitude cover? With us, Clover. We didn't actually make that album, you know. We just went on vacation and a bunch of dogs ran away inside our studio and made a covers album for top 20s that year, while drunk and pissing everywhere. I thought that's what happened to most of your discography. Yeah. I see you caught up on my band's lore after you became a victim of MK Ultra 2 3 minutes ago, Zach. Oh yeah, but MK was Ultra? Yeah, look, there's the super cool machine that gives you some bitches, some money, some... You know what? Maybe you don't really need all of these cool things right now. Well, if it makes you feel better, I can tear off my face. Luckily, murder was illegal, so we made a compromise for Richardson to lend over all his expensive equipment and make an album all while he went back to his fair to man shenanigans he's famous in the city for. Kaibo! Looks like he got a makeover before putting his greasy face on this. Apple albums made by old music legends as a one-off thing in the 2010s. Say was the best one, and here's why. I haven't listened to the others. It's kind of like soft-free in the sense of it's more up-in-date club style, specifically with one that tear apart the dance floor and then reassemble it. It sounds like a potato pit like computer, but instead of getting kicked out of the edible computer section in Walgreens, I get some amazing pop-a-rooney gems. Mini Pop's 800-85 is what happened to Saw Once Utopia after the World War Revolution, and 108 DMs is the Excel of a record. Everything good about the record with a little blessing by God. And it's also the reason why I don't trust Fantana on reviewing music, even though I kinda agree with him for the tracks sort of melding together. Plus I scored Nuclear Bomb. And so, after resolving his feud with a Machiavellian brother, he became true to his knob-loving piece of his brain, and then keep all his world peace-achieving days safely cuddled away in his USB drives, having the awesome blast his life was up to this point. I am the spirit of the USB drives! Okay. And so, under his own choice and the fact that there's too many skits in his entire page, he'd occasionally check into the slobbering messes that had them the latest from his 12 USB drives of cool material. Why is there text documents on my volume? Well, shut up! It's time for the Blue Beep EP's Fast Round! Taboo House Full of Two-Stick Limitless Part 2! Why is it Part 2? Why, it's a sequel to every album made with instruments, and mostly drugs. It's all an interesting little experiment, using sound bites of real incidents and pushing them in the holes of MIDI music, whether they like them or not. Just like how the CIA trains chameleons to deliver secret messages. It certainly does depict the witch in a good shape, with the good execution and replayability it has. P.A.E.P. Oh wait, that's not Aphex. That's just 12 SoundCloud producers in a trench coat releasing all their stuff under a known moniker. Silly music makers. You're kind of awful. Actually, not awful. A better word would be the worst EP he's ever done himself. Kind of generic and forgettable generally. Not something that really needs the 30 minutes one time, that's it. 369 Prolapse and Whack Rocks Head Reporter because of it very close enough. Some jumpy pop and poop poppers to lay down with Aphex's grandpa exoskeleton era after all of them broke from sleeping long. It's very depicting the witch in a good state, with tracks like the first track on Black Box sounding like how robots feel optimistic, and also rapidly turning to pet dispensers whilst it. Picture it again. It's 2100. Old Richie uses 100% of his power to click the upload button on his last EP. I will haunt your shins, and falls on his deathbed next to his 12 family members, balling themselves up. And before signing to give out his 12 million buckaroos spread to the whole American bloodline, he gives his last ever words and promptly goes to IDM Valhalla. That's $12 million for the visit.